Hi, I'm James. Welcome to my shop. So this is my very first video. Hopefully one of many to come. If you like what you see, like, subscribe. This will prompt me to do more videos and more projects. But this is my very first video. I thought the very first video we should give a walk around of my shop. It's kind of the focus of us moving forward. It's in disarray and shambles. My wife and I bought a 1758 Colonial up here in Massachusetts about 2 years ago. We did some work inside, we did some landscaping and stuff, so the shop really hasn't been a focus for me as of yet. Mostly it's been a dumping ground for miscellaneous stuff that's been in the house that my wife didn't want in the house. So you'll see there's some furniture and other stuff around that needs to be moved and put elsewhere. But um, the shop itself, the barn itself rather, is 40 by 20. Pretty big space, one of the bigger spaces that I've had for a shop. I've had some other shops at some of my other homes. So it's a lot of potential. There's a lot of space, a lot of things we can do. So with that, we'll get started and I'll give you a walk around, point some things out that I found interesting and things that I want to do. And if you have any questions, comments, feel free to post them down below. So let's start. So one of the first things I always like to point out to people when they come in my shop is this floating chimney. It doesn't go through the roof. The barn itself is 2.5 stories, and it doesn't go through the roof. They redid the roof a number of years ago, and I'm assuming they just took that portion down. But it does go up to the second story, and it does go up to this half story. It just stops just before the roof line. So eventually we'll take that down. A little scary. I'm sure there's quite a bit of weight there, and I'm not sure how much longer I'll trust that piece of wood in those brackets. So we'll take that down eventually. Out here, where my tool chest is, there's actually an old door. It used to go out to an old garage. When we bought the house, I had a VA loan. Yay, VA. They deemed it unsafe, so we had to take it down. We took that down before we closed. Little, risky, but we did it. All worked out, but, no garage. So the idea is probably put a window in here. You can see over here, I've taken some shelves down. There's a room on the other side of this wall that I want to kind of move into or utilize a little better. So we'll put a pass through here. And then there's a door. There's a sliding barn style door that we'll use, and you'll see that a little bit later on. Here I have some workbenches. There's this cool vise here. You can see that's a wooden screw vise, and it J-legs all the way down to the bottom, and it's tenon into the bench. Really cool. Obviously, I'm going to keep that, incorporate that into the shop. Here's some miscellaneous tools. DeWalt battery-powered tools. I got a bunch of those. Ryobi drill press. Really don't get much use out of it these days. Thus, some of the things are rusted, but we can clean that up. But we'll get there. Over here, there's a old jigsaw that I got a number of years ago. Table's kind of rusted. We'll fix that as well. It's been a real humid summer, so a lot of things have rusted, especially since I haven't taken care of them, unfortunately. Here, we're in a larger room. This room is probably 20 by 20. It's semi-attached to the main house. Here's one of the first tools I ever bought for myself about 20 years ago. It's a Craftsman cast iron top saw. At the time, it was like their Pro Edition. It doesn't have an enclosed bottom, but it's been pretty good. It's moved around a little bit. Came with me to Oregon when I moved to Oregon from New York, and then back to New York, and then from New York up to Massachusetts, where I currently am. Over here, there's a bandsaw. Bandsaw I got from my stepfather. He passed away a number of years ago, and with that I got the bandsaw and a Shopsmith. I'll show you the Shopsmith in a minute. But when I bought the house was all redone. Unfortunately, he didn't do much to the barn. So last year, my father and I, we went around and we replaced basically all the sills, certainly on the north side of the barn. All the sills were replaced. A lot of the clapboards either fell off or weren't there. So we replaced those, new windows on the front side. Eventually I'll put some new windows in all the way around, but there's about 18 windows that need to be done. So continuing on here, I have a DeWalt compound miter saw. Use this quite a bit. This thing is, again, 16, 17 years old. My brother actually gave it to me after I helped him work on his house. We did some foundation work as well as some finished work for his house. When the project was all over, he gifted me the compound miter saw. Thanks, Chris. So here's the Shopsmith. It's sitting down here behind some old junk and stuff. I'll eventually set that up. I'm not sure I would use the bandsaw on it per se, but certainly as a wood turning tool, it works really well. I have some of the original, lathe tools and stuff. The previous owner, he was a general contractor. He left a bunch of nails and screws and wood and all sorts of miscellaneous stuff. Here's one of the drawer things that he left, screws and nails. I got pocket jigs and some other miscellaneous stuff here. Kind of going to this back area here. Here's my jet vacuum system. I had it set up at a previous workshop that I had. I haven't set it up here, obviously, but we'll certainly work on getting that set up. Over here you can see where we've done some work to the back side of the barn. There was a window that was basically non-existent because it rotted away. Covered that up. So here we are. This is that back room I was talking about. Over here on the other side of this wall is that other workshop. So we'll take down some of these shelves and there'll be a pass-through here and we'll be able to utilize this area more. Kind of open it up. Here's the barn door I was talking about. It slides open. Let it adjust a little bit. You can see we're on the side of the house. There's a driveway right here and stuff. So easy access if we ever need to move in some big lumber, that type of thing. The previous owner, again, left a lot of stuff, nails, screws, some can lights, boat buoy because he was big into boats, but that's here. So we'll walk back out and I'll show you the upstairs. There's not much upstairs, just kind of interesting to show it off as we go up the stairs and get a better view of what's going on up here. So again, it's been a dumping ground for some furniture. You can see over here, we took out all these windows. All these windows were rotted. Fortunately, it didn't make it into these studs, but certainly on the lower portion it did. Right now, I just got Tyvek up. Over here, we had to replace whole corner of this sill. Here's that chimney from downstairs in the other tool room. So you can see it goes up through. Probably 36 on center posts or floor joists. A little broken up here. Here's some stairs up to the second and a half story here. Stairs are broken. I really can't go up there, but there's actually quite a bit of space up there, believe it or not, as high up as we are. So this little room over here, horsehair plaster, kind of just another dumping ground. Some doors and windows from the previous owner. We'll cut in through another room here. This room, again, horsehair plaster. You can see it peeled away from the ceiling. Unfortunately, when he redid the kitchen, this roof here, there was actually a porch. He actually expanded out and put the kitchen in there and put some skylights. It would have been nice if he had actually connected it to the remainder of the house, because this is the corner, and the two corners of the house and the barn touch here, but there's no way on the second floor to get to the main house. There's a shed roof here and a little room under there. Maybe one day we'll connect it to the main house with an addition here coming up and being able to utilize this a little better. I guess this one day will be a man cave or my office, work from home. So we'll see where that goes. But right now it's probably just going to be storage. We'll probably move things up here from downstairs, just get them out of the way so I can start setting up the shop. And we'll go from there. A little more information about the house itself. The house is about 4,000 square feet, so it's a big house. 4/5 bedrooms with 2.5 baths. Again, it's all been redone. Maybe one day I'll do a tour of that if you guys are interested. But that's it for now. That's the shop. You can see there's a lot to do, a lot of things to organize, a lot of things to throw away. Stay tuned. Check me out. Stay tuned and watch where we go with this. And like I said, I'll post about once a week. I'm shooting to post maybe on Wednesdays. So click like, put some more in the comments what you want to see. We'll do some projects. We'll clean up. We'll do it right. Thanks. Bye.